Abusia mama kwa ba no so aba pa won si man kono matena sese ya na onim se ne ma bi na ekoye nti na bia hu ya wa se oba ba yempense mu no ene se mini aka ba hododo na kakra so no hododo nti o kododoment se de be ya ebiti be ya de mpo ochina e ojumedie so Badwam reloaded enche na ye dia bro great three presenters great presenters ye dane ye ho kakra ne ye ye producers no nti ebrepam eda ye be sakra ne mam no je be twam surprise mamu no se ya sasa ye ho ampa ye hye di mpu na eyo memu nsem ahodo a dokoro amanfo ne ma esisi wa ban mu ne ade ne ye ba be bobo ho bedi ho nkomo onu ase wate dada se ene TUC4 ama ban ye ultimatum chese o mama mo enedu nefuadu ye bi kura atwa gu dada se aban nya bibi emfa ne ye nyina ma ya tutumu apagya mu kakra se ase tariffs no electricity de adane wo hamu nchichemu aduoson wotwe akiri ponkron ma Ghana waterford de so eye wo hamu nchichemu aduonu emienu na wokyeremu a ewo soro dodo nti aban nya ho bibi esan se ne yakatua ntumu no kura no wokyeremu wo hamu nchichemu dupe na omode ma adwumayefo nti sa wo betum na edu no kura no ya to petrol mu niema asakra kakra taxes yi bia beka ho ne ade na wo de eye nyinam so kosoro ne nsu adwumayefo bebre enti wo mama aban nafo adu so omonya ho bibi a ene aban so de no ho nsem aba se ene committee bi ekwa akohia adwendwe ho ahwede ombe de afa ho na TUC4 kyeremu a na enafo adu no achi no wo mbe he de ombe afa ho se ne demonstration ye ntele no ombe yo sede yo eno no enche no omde no ababonte na nsebo edi ehimo anei my joy online for dia betu dwane se TUC4 kasa no wo mu kyeremu se akuakua hye wase nyina no wono wo ya adwen se ne necessary force bi o mema ba yetumi epusu no ho kakra asesem adane no ama sika na ba fom no wo mema na yeye no federation fo ni bi kyeremu a wo mu ne omo nya adwen enye no koro se wo mu nyina na wo mu ti akoba nkuro mu a wo mpese wo mu de saa automatum ne koma aban ba force so wonye ho bibi mpo a doctor fo no so akyerem so wono wo mu ya adwen se eyampa se ekosoro dodo na enso se wo mu be boa TUC4 wa akwahodoro a wo mu ye no wo mu nya CP anasa wo madwene nya CP wo ho eye rasrebo ene de sansami etudwa na eye Federation for Labor for Ghana Federation of Labor for eye Abraham Kumson wono so na de atudwa se wo mu krapo de wo mu Canada na se TUC4 enim hu bi esanse bra mpanyimfo si nkonwa etena se eye mpu ehhye eye utility tariffs no se ebedru hamu chichemu adioson wotwe etiri ponkro no na kire se yade a wo mutimu bie ya PRS fo nhyiamu wo mu ye nyina wo mu nimu bi nti wo mu nimu ade kro nti wo mu etwa wo mu si one time beka se ase wo mu nim ho hwe wo mu beka ho demonstration ni ade empo ansa na nsemu beto dwa se wo mu be hu bibi ma federation fo ka hu bi wo mu so de aba monte se wo mu ni ho hwe no ya semba kwa ye bebe mpense mu adi hu komo abeto dwa se September yi inflation se ukoto ade ebo no bekosoro wano se ebo no begina bebi egina na se ebeko no nkete a aban ndisi aban ba ya o kirem se inflation ha mu nchichemu edu wo mu nuru ho se singere degete ya na ekone nei kosoro a ne bebi eduru wo ha mu nchichemu du baako ekiri ponkron ya wo kirem se apagya ne mu yi ankasa wo kire a na etese March ni mu ho epagya ni mu 2010 no ekọ ho mu nchichemu du miensa ekiri po miensa emienu eduasa mienu 32% 13.32% na afia ye wo mu ya so epagya ni mu kakra ekọ 11.5% August na September de 11.9% ya no ye behwe se ebetumi anya nsunsanso ewo yesika sem so anasa yeduane tomu ana niema mu ana niema ekosori the way yesika sem ayentina ama inflation so dwane but enwane wam de na so asa pagya no mu a atra 10% ya nanka aban kire se 1% obeduru ho no eno ye bebobo sankomo no kakra Yera Cadman Mills Professor Evans Fifi Ata Mills ni nua ebema eno no nsam odi abeto dwada no kiremu a Ghana Post for stamp bi a omudi aba bonten so papa yi wo kiremu asade o ye da dwuma sifa na ho brase ne ade ene adwuma ni nyina pese wo bia pese wo ye bibi kire se no odo nankasa Ghana Post for ye bi stamp ahodo omde ne foni na beto wo kama na eno no wo kiremu se ye nua ba ye bitresedu ene ni nua ba ma di nkomo a wo kiremu sa so wo pepre ne ho dodo ensam wo fa ni nua yade ne ho sade owu ye ne ade obeka ho asem no aso wo pampa America minim de na ehye ne so ya obeka ho asem kire se stroke ye emoho na kire no ene ade wo pepre ne ho na nka yesen ko si aboto kakra anse wo de nsem na betodwa ye nsem a wo de atodwa na ikrata ne bi kura ka se wo kire mu na nka ye hu bibi kakra ntem a betimi asakra ne ma na eno ye nsem ahodo eno so ye bebe obo ho ene anapa mpanyufo ene ye ne omo ba betwetwe nkomo ewo mpense mu eye Deputy Minister Fisheries Yera Honorable Ikwanas Kwansa wono ye Deputy Minister ewo Fisheries sai MP ewo Infanteman Swaga MP Honorable Makaba Sada ena Honorable confirm Honorable Alex Afenyo Markin MP Efutu wono so aba beka yen sa Honorable Makaba Bokonse na the fanti all the way Ewa Fantila yonko ne yerbo kwantine wote se fantine na mu anatode na anye fantifo ne enyo mu antine ne yadane ye no na to se ye kan fantina ye ho atumi ababae na ye pese ye tu America wa de kopiem of Flagstaff House enura eyo soafo a wo hwe nkitahudie so anase soafo a wo hwe ye Ministry of Information and Media Relations di nkomo kakra kan sem kakra bi ewo ho efa eyetusifo automato mo mo de ama ban se wonye ho bibi no woka ho asem ye fa no yekoba afa ye di nkomo.
The Information and Media Relations Minister was addressing the media at the daily briefing series at the Flagstaff House in Accra. He first defended government's position on the tariff increment.
The challenges that our utilities are facing now, I mean, part of the reason why we continue to have inadequate supply of utility services such as water and electricity is largely because the investments needed in those sectors are not forthcoming. One, government is constrained in terms of being able to give them the kind of monies that they need to expand production capacities and distribution networks.
Mama Yariga later expressed grave concern at a 10-day ultimatum given by organized labor.
We find the threat to government has been misdirected, because if you threaten government that if we don't reduce the tariffs, when you know that the tariff adjustment has been done by PURC, which is an independent legal entity, it's difficult to appreciate exactly what you are calling for, unless they are calling for continued subsidies. And if you're asking for continued subsidies, it is important to appreciate the fact that whatever government spends subsidizing will definitely be coming from tax money. And so you're either asking for more taxes or that existing tax money should be used to subsidize energy consumption.
He later made an appeal to the labor groups.
It is in the light of this that government set up a technical committee which is to look at the impact of the adjustment and present proposals to us as to how to address the burden on certain sectors of our economy and our society. We believe that TUC will have to review the stand that they have taken in relation to and government in a dialogue.
That's Information and Media Relations. Yera Mahama Yariga no de nsem to dwane nyina ne se wo kire mu se be yanka TUC4 ntrase enya botransa woni aban ndi mpuni nkomo ensusu ho nhwe nsem awodo om de atodwa no na aban hwe de obetimi ayafa mpo committee bi kura wo ho ya wo mu ye adwuma ehwe se wo betimi aye ho bibia na empolo TUC4 ehunehunu a wo mu de ebo eye aban no ntrene no wo hunu ba bi efre chance anya aban na so se sa eye 78.9% no nya ne dia PRS for na entinka obehunu obi ani PRS for na obehunu awo na bebi om dia fa de aso ma to petetuo wo mo ba sa ban pete ka bi fa nso o masene dia no na te say enkomo foforo ayedie na de etire die wo ma to pedetu ye nsemo a ene aba beto dwa na ya brefo me wo Facebook wo de fa ho a ye betimi akan e de ama wona so wonim me WhatsApp ana say me number wo WhatsApp me metimi aka ma Twitter at ya brefo 1 eno so me kama na te say ho nkomo no ho asamalani emrepam na te say wo do adwen kire fa ho a ye betimi aye edi ho enkomo ye frase a na ye pese Benada Tuesday ye bekwa kobobo ye Kumasi Black Stars na ye krado ye ni abrese Brazil ni ye pese ye ko bi ona bomo cheche mo lokodi beka na se ahompopuation ni wesi ye ndo sa abedo muntumu hu o mampanyi na akohoze wo kire mu a GMP so was sika na was mo ho $10,000 no the 5 apedo mo aye 15,000 ti sika no amado kakra mrantie supra na wo prepra na pepa ne se ware po we pra enche ya adwen kakra fon hansa na yezi enkomo
medasi mechia o ahwefo na mechia menua kakraba honorable Alex Makin Benada mami kokumasi me kohwe match ni bi na mopa Ghana football de yenya abuterma team emigidi de Brazil yedu hodada
Molokoi
onye hu ye hu e the Black Stars na the odu bibia ye pede you na expect the obeyad no boy sometimes lawyer titi kakra enye on na make them but me gidi the yemi hwe team aye kitan onye team oye hu na me patch onye team oye hu de nkofo tidin a gogongwan da bi but them team way wotum way nkonya mo ye because me I always have believed in the Black Stars. I me kind of moko share when moko South Africa during the World Cup now. I mean what's your Germany fusion hand musi. I mean like but it's all for the love of football. But me did there ye nyina ye bompai ye bompai na ye the time which bibia anyu impabo ontum onye
one we prepare na onyaza oba ho adwen
oba ha adwen but the team we don't have only length and 12 players say a group pra no che de inya ni obi say in case there wo bobo no be prempo of field no that obi fancy we had about 28 or something players
24 is the world more
into 24 there I ni kwa obia ni modin bonti no friend into say group pra ekuru wo ho be sheda name na obi mu mpo wo ho mpo a anhwe a obi pra na obe sheda name mpo a obe sheda name wi a if you won pere was send biom because no so ni chance a obenyan ina wa hyen nti ye nyina omo obotum akokumase ye nyina yenkobbo osendi Black Star wechi na omo ayentumi yenko no so yenhye hedem na yembo mpai omo obokwa akrum so wokwa akrum a ina wa kai Black Stars I wish them. Oh no, for us to be comfortable, no, at least a 2-goal difference, will make us at least a bit comfortable. By catch equal with the slim lead now or you hunkakra. At least yes, on 2 pono one shebia. At least we go to Egypt with a clean slate. Me bompai de besha when bien. Say Yakupon Adom na bebre so by Fanka home, but
no crash some so obwa
de obia ne azika kra obeye hwe obi wo ho a Ghana oti Ghana din e ba din to oti Ghana din oti Ghana din because ye nwu krom ro ball to no so bo TV do obi wo Ghana ponte da etukwan ekobebia obi feel the Ghana ye Guyana ye wo Latin America ho say South America ho baby as I say till maybe football really brought us up. You know, Azuma did that for some time. But it went down.
Way.
Echi ina hien football exploit ya wa mama I to the Ghana ukofubi what Ghana dey anye the economic giant. Anye the like bibi sunku but maybe through soccer and through football no boys no who are Ghana because I believe in South Africa they really they really sold Ghana. Inti damasu na yeko Brazil. So at this trip, you know, Senyakupon ya Adom yeko Brazil na. I believe we'll go to the next stage. Yeah, the next stage in the last in check quarterfinals. Yeah. This trip or there quarterfinals na yeko yenim.
Ona be yoboko busy. Na ya ka quarterfinals.
Ah well, yeah Bombay. I'm the Eja Queenans Kasana Wakan Nukasana nti men fapi nka ho mama kan de ye Bombay na yezate Black Stars na oya in the reason bibiara ya politics football politics no so adoso just there ono na ma mete na was goalkeeper we feel the war retire goalkeeper I'm them jama wasana ba so you no koro ye okam echi obi a onyim do nche obi a retire ma ono so obokon
no friend ball
okay
Cyprus bia
nyin na wo nkofo bi si we nyim
okay you na make that no there's a difference between retiring from national duty and still going on with your career. I want that's a distinction I want to make. ABR it's a national duties what I won't fin into now so club kakrabia it survivors it ABR no say ebe your yeah, but I'm not into football. I am only re-echoing what people have been saying and the apprehension in town. There try no maybe them, you know, but yes, Egypt for one casano, one psyche was a bar, one chrome, you know, the basa or one to psychologically we can take advantage of that. And you know, 2 goals, you know, is not enough. You know, at least you're bumping and you're making a basa. At least a basa is a comfortable way into alcohol. Was it to be a nature the record? But obey me, yo, if at this last minute GFA4 Wama Ntawanta will be because Ghanaians will not forgive them anyway. And baby so I walk a born on the Kumasi Baba Yara on the Kumasi
support
Wape football
into Zambia match day Nipa Zambia for baby
into me just the Nina Antina was our Kashi Kumasi no them Robaya Uncle was it exactly into no Yanshe and no pays the economy na some busy into you're not trimming na enjoy
Banya can be because most worker there Egyptian one psyche they started this war long ago but they are the only country they've never lost any match. I was starting the war they were not even qualifiers no won't lose one match both home and away walk home away I will win even I told them one case so for some time no more people don't even
when you league
in your league numpo there one man phone one match so what match now empty stadium locked up stadium another a different country on detail one they've won all their matches so we are up against some a serious team as I say the fans what you did they've been playing and they've been winning at least we lost a match along the line or something but they have not they was starting one campaign for this World Cup. Inti yepede ye chok one. Inti ye yebo them first defeating. Yeah.
Yeah, to your mom na onko ye. Mejes there honorable inne moluku kwe ho aso atibi. Woko won pesa so wona woto aba mo honi nne nyinam kane ya watum kakra. Nso watum kakra ti Yusuf ama wotumetum. Ndedu. Ibi abase no kodada. Nda waka wotwe oseswan. Na emre na aso na emda huhu ochima wa so wen enchele bebem obesan wa kokko bi na fi wada komontindo wa yede kakra ma manfo hu dem orekodo wonpie wala aban woto adwumayfo akatwem na homu ntitemu dupe nti wobotum de ya wontase won so wo mu ala nsem so repoepo ifum da bi no ho a wonyi to Yusuf po nya adwen oye Federation for Labor Free was wontase na azna Ghana Medical Association tira wonyi won ya adwen de ntumu no wo so nanso de nhihaya ati Yusuf do odegu akwam on na wonyan wadwenyan nsipo ye wo ho why SMP
oh onye SMP nche
wo brehu
that be nche what's the on easy lies the head that wears the crown definitely so what the ahindi mo a no nsem nyina na awo na wo de so most madina ke but emiji de period asifu watutu more tariffs na de emi da obeye me yan de ntumi nyina na ochina mo so na menyin kane na mebubofu osande say yes ye mathematics abra dum so be one more factories in Kakramba will use generator whatever they spend in 2 days on fuel no and I was spending in a month for paying electricity. So that tells you that you need any alternative than to go for this electricity. I mean, like when you really want to move your industries forward now, we need reliable energy. That is power. That is electricity. Now say, yes, if we the honor to ho, na ye fa the light in ho abo use generator, oil, diesel aboto in ade no bon inti order you there. This is the lesser evil. But
ibinim sa the excuse and they were me
onye
excuse
no madam onye excuse obirima obiani ma excuse bia but in reality I mean it's real abra dum so be ya we don't have reliable energy we resorted to buying diesel anamwa omo yema yenyi generator wo efe no maybe ye to candle even I talk to candle last 3 days no be kasembi there pure water ya enumi pure water in the 1 gallon is almost equal to 1 gallon of petrol.
Pure water,
yes, in so enumi 1 gallon is equal to 1 gallon of petrol. Why? Inti say water works so wo ye moduma ye ina yesu ye citizens say if we are keeping the water bodies cleaner in can tell you mfumenya nche pipe su na no and so why don't we go back and drink pipe water if we are sure the tap waters are 100% safer nobody will obiane ha no ho there or those times bonum ice water or yensu ebu edegu bodambom no bodambo those times obi nin san bodambo san na room fine ebu su ya she fridge oni nya water no I say, but now it's become like either ubia opedono either bottled water or sachet water. Most my identity. We should rather push for efficiency because MMG there, whatever we are paying now, if you look even in the sub-region or even in Africa in the whole, we are still paying like one of the lowest tariffs. Even with the 70% increase, we are still paying, but that doesn't mean they're like obi there were two I didn't would that be yeah sometimes they will say share them in Yamana I actually if you win him
them and they taxes no what to maybe no so bon hwini ibia nka wotuma ebohunu hu nsunsando wo fom eyi wa ya kwan ana nyinam kane ne watumi wo ibia wo light sido ibia call for oboko po a obobo nka ne isigifo was the announcement boba na kan po ankan mo pa etumu kama hon o taaba na yi wa ha improvement ni pa hu ne papa de bia wo ba so antumu ne ba pa o ye peda ye edwuma ye okona enyim so na edwuma na wo rekire de wo ba ye ne no nkodo ye nti baka na ma ba na da so ye a wo hwe wondon POS fu bi nimpo so wo edwuma wo ye wo na aze baka na wo ntumu so wondon papa ma edwuma wo ye ne ye de bia antum no was raba what's one po what one ka abandon one ka wonye skentua
yeah madam
wo piske de kutua
me ntra ha me ye oye POS fu edwuma mo me ntra ha me ye electricity fu edwuma mo ba ye nyina ye nyim there for some time now ni ye kan e we gina da chere I mean them doom so at least no che there maybe wo ho wa tutu de ye ne nyina enyim de say Nyankopon ya Adom na ye gas ya ofi yankasa ye Jubilee field the orbe so oba on streamer we have like a cheaper way of generating power than using the light crude. As I say, inti say oban the empire me boy there. We here gas project in term. We here gas project in term. No, make them miss them me bomb pay the in term. Say ni na bo, ejuma we good away last year ko we. Ejuma why pipelines in on the way. It's almost done. Akaka more the boko aboadzi no ni that whatever ba takradi town adi. Onu ni ada me bomb pay the yentumi ye in term. Say ye in term na a cheaper way of producing generating electricity now. We don't have a problem.
10 days over ended.
No, 10 days, yeah. Until remember a TUC for 10 days. TUC or there, I mean, because if you're the listener, they don't have a united front. As a TUC, they should have done a wider consultation so that they bring everybody on board. Nobody, I can't fault them for wanting to go on a demonstration or whatever. Yeah, but at the end of the day, no, I believe there.
Are we there?
Yeah, there or there like Inca. Today, you know, ya transi, ya kasa, inya buying a watu, ewa, se wo in Sumbobia, one for PURS for no PURS for church mu sintra. Why the reason why Tama of what friend Ghana Federation of Labor Worker Academy there. On the PURC board, you know, we have representation from the labor front. That's from the TUC. Because when you do what to be or affect workers, because of that, I buy what share, especially the institutional representation. Our PRC don't know what the TUC can hold. The TUC ni our hobby. As I say, now what's the pain or home from where I can work and career for can be. They are all there. They all one year or G2, they them no other way in a way. Into now, my Ghana Labor Federation for no. What think they look? They are seeing some kind of double standard. No, me neither. I mean, at the end of the day, what shows there the TUC person there kicked against it, but maybe the numbers around him voted for. I mean, I today what board do. Now the board wanted to do a certain project. Now, the only lone voice, you dissenting voice. At the end of the day, the decision will be taken, but the meetings or the minutes of the meetings will show whether you went for it or you didn't. Inti a bit dicey. You can't just call it double standard because it may be only one person from the whole fold of TUC who is representing the workers. Inti but mpeda me kind there intumin aba. You don't give ultimatum the 10 days 1 year another baby. They should go on consulting. They should go on to the most more okay. So what about the so if government will still the thing is gone this way. That is what is going to make the service providers operational. It is a buy will be what they are buying on share there say what them bracket TV what they are buying PDB on to another on to do in your ban or this but at the end of the day what are we trying to say? It's just going around robbing Peter to pay Paul. So me if you now I today me subsidize BB and you the same person who is I want to I mean then at the end of the day into that in there so prices now Bibiaba. Yen to me and show one. Yen shade Juma obey, say in there or back at no good light or china. Because to the most American, Debia, as some was buying there, say Yenya, the Miskana, Obama, yen Edumayan was swinging, and another were connecting with Tumpon because my young machines in the Hawaii that the audience na sky agent on soon into me and Sissan, into the old light. Say ye cheer them a year we treat CCI. Nese busumesia besin na still was started the work why you light off na ye kasa na work there because we need scan na the bibia ono we have something to tell them.
But you want me I home bibia because one escaper was able to was why we meet one overhead cost no 120% or 78 into me as am on watch him on so one nyaza obey na to use for so am ultimatum 10 days the abana ye home bibia obachira ban bibi kakra chehu ensamo ko de majezi da waso etua light bia drensu ewunden
well ozikan majezi de annamona TUC for wopede wotu wazema waka kasebichira bande de dem intumina aban wonji intum Ghana fo nji intumen de ama aban no ho hwehwem on inti in diverse ways, you know, aban is trying, our government is trying to do certain things. Obama, there's even division at the labor front. Men come on, Quechera. Ora Abraham Kumsin. Nasa Moroccan. Abraham Kumsin. Nasa Moroccan. Abraham Kumsin, ne Federation of Ghana Federation of Labor. One cut TUC. What they are not part of Trade Union Congress.
Oh, and that people say oba abwano nipa anakuwa wakati useful. No one's in come.
Remember. Same time make them in there. You see, I the could be a what one also were a labor group. Okay. Now, Masama making the them prepare. Okay, ne textiles first no a general secretary for them Ghana Textile make the 2008 just a month to election. He was arguing strongly. There were a series of demonstrations, okay, against the then Kufuor government on textiles. There, fake textiles about Ghana. The textile industry was collapsing. Can we say that was opportunistic or populist? Because you see, mimpede kasebi owa se inyi TUC yadwen. Wana no kade.
What's when you want your agenda into no
remember and you want in your agenda one demonstration now demonstration I hear them kasa me be saying because in you partner them work kasa on you in your agenda also want to na aban kasamafo wasam ni de a single spine and am aban no achire na but it be someone there most a single spine from January to date, almost 30% fuel prices have gone up. School fees akosor. In your ben school education is not free in Ghana. Itua abatana Wombalko University. Public university when you admission and they are forced to look for admission at private universities, paying over 2,000 Ghana cedi. Paying 1,200 polytechnics, training colleges, nursing schools. The make only in our about in the world. If government will now come and say that PURC why you wage on your hand aban about some never they can PURC no board no binum wamuna 1.1 PURC at the end of the day were independent body they report to the government and yes some there. Proye na katase sha owa abanim na aban ni sikasem no ono no da aban concentrate on no make sure that them kasa na nkoforo kan de proye rekodo katase sha rekodo abanim to one man na dem blame game do che the watum ansa na aban no aton e be so since I was started prepaid meters bay because they wanted to deal with the issue of inefficiency. Prepaid the buyer, what's it they say is cash and carry. Inyi sika into Munsokania. No ben the Missican was here then. Time them dumso bay. VRA ECG in painful na Greco. They could not even agree as to the cost of the dumso. What would be so obsolete machines? What was so they needed about 300 million. Obi so they need about 100 million to invest in new machines. The question I be saying there, if the man, why the aban and invest them 100 million and not 300 million or 200 million? They are so inconsistent. As someone won't come on see. In the case here, no, them 78%. Yeritria, wetum why efficient. And now so the Yeritria, need to baby no waka change one machine is in impo, why is in impo, I that must still won't change it. As someone asamna nkasa no wonsi ni pi na ehawa owo woni water once in pi the how woni
and when there one kasa no what the politics intima in the Ghana water for electricity company for Gidco Valco for another wa ba hwonase bi some way bi na wa bekala wa cover one intima asam na nkasa oda ho ide wo kame yehun want to move from Badwam no mehu asam corner de bia na NDC no want to MPP for na NDC for no wa hwe want to or MPP for so NDC for da man no because what started worry increment excuses a woman fit wa brodo no start ya and they wa be pay
hey my sister the anope kasa ye ka we mentey me brother wanfa NDC sam na MPP sam ambam da mara so na menka pede mabeka de meka abana meka aban them argument in here all strategy me just there nkofo here na was a cover I there we go back to them PPP jida some na confirm some na di here there can pay na what them politics na asam nudu ijanedu ono na me pede yama ho kwan and I'm happy there eka there in the past and that has been the how reka asam no won see asam ni pi and there was a kase bi aba shema I the blame game. Them blame game or then do try. Say Sierra. Them 78% Ghana for unjumentia. Aban should know this. In the TUC for a warmer ultimatum 10 days there.
Inti au aban nya ho dan. Aban so nisika.
I wanna make a there. The proyi na katasishano. Proyi na katasishano over abandonment. Say aban etoto nana money nzame ye na ti use for asama work catcher bande look say see this kenyi wa entum prekope because afin kotin Ghana for fuel prices akoso
ono MPF no ye
but you say
MPF no
oh men ka the MP I must say say MPO you want no fuel prices akoso the same year nzama no bo akoso the same year school fees abatan ntumuntua nti Matthews for kan de sabanis de nyibia them 78% yenye BB over 3 years look ebia ma onko 15% the next year 20% that is so that nkofo are adjust but intumun kahwe mam carry ho sem minchao winiba January this year in the minyan nte de electricity for peda what prepaid was about prepaid na me ko hu manager and miss look yan apofo afarfo ebia ho na wo local junction civil servant ebia ho bosomo so ogi ni pay nti ebia ono bod na afarfo na wo aso eko zongo honum na ze nkofo na wonyi bi wo struggle nti nka no ne bill ne ba na wo ogi watch bill na nka kankre wetu na the prepaid ba no ni simpanyina ba yesum also wonji kan wonyi former MP wo ye nhihye nti waja atumi nti nyaza why is she gina me carry ho some chiro there last week we start to prepare in certain areas and them chroma yesum let me bisa nkofo bi befi honorable chede yekoto electricity yekoto 50 Ghana and do 2 days waje 10 cedi yakoto your friend and card ni bi wasanasa na hawa nkofo wom na says Adam 78% na nyimpa no onye dwuma onyi great papa bi prepaid at the same time as an atom
say prepaid wa brodo no baby
no
reason behind prepaid was the ban
na choye ane member kade prepaid no wakade wo ye in faces wo certain areas are ebia working class are one ahom no iye kakra na what even in kraha krampo no prepaid nyi baby enye baby na prepaid wo it's my mpache na nti masama america in there enye da so anya da was prepaid nti no baby ara eko my brother payin no so no constituency ayi wa yefer nti no eko pofunya ayi odu baby na adwuma onkomba odu bia prono do pram ekwa inyanam abatan bi na wata yechi na bia wo bo afarefu ibosia nti ma ye pe ache yin de nti no prepaid nti bebiara nyimpa no owo bi onyi bio nti oido desu masama amakan de yes aban ehun de ho ache wo baby no baby a waste one so no you deal with it enye de ni nyina no esuama amanfo no na wobaka do oh ye wa hochim erebo bosia na rebon esi there ye public private partnership na nyimpa no oje sika na wagen onfa ye edwuman esi nyimpa no oye Ghana ni intino what the politics afrem na obi anka ho hwe obi nya contract waka ye edwuma no wontu ene kaw emfie bie ni emfie baasa interest rewen na edwuma rugu wontu ene kaw obi so onya contract na on start kra woman prepayment 2 years ahead in full oman yere kwa na yere ba inti dem blame game there eyi nina or the wotua tariff 78% on ya ban number mo ye PURC na TUC for predodo on the woman ultimatum ye nyinara no must keep each other in check aban more ye na on cordon ye runtum into 78%.
Parliament for a committee a washe a ministry ndubia another sector.
Sure, certainly.
Aba na mo no committee parliament edwuma ayeza ma hondo won kai wo parliament way to afa dem nsemi ho.
Mpocho oversight responsibility of parliament no. Yeta aka no. Me wo hai manka dem committee no. Me just the house no war recess. Meruntum menyim anamontra committee no worutu. Me ye me finance committee na me defense and interior. Works and housing committee. Ebi achi de echiri find out later in the day na you know ehu but me gina na me kade me na me kade
if shaban was go to more subsidizer
yanka subsidy you see we are trying to divert the issue again. This is not about subsidy, it's about inefficiency, it's about mismanagement, it's about missing your own directions in managing certain sectors of the economy. You see, this government is very good at public relations. President Nanka is a communication person. And when you another program. No, on the state of the economy, what you are some Maya can that we are where we are because a ban into Minshanu would ye. Only the Yatsawana World Bank. Ebaka within 4 years. Bosia a Benny Boy is more than Bosia.
Only inflation yes, Afra from
no, ya some other yet chemi. Ikade a Benny Nibi. Ekada abani nibi. And I make a day, yada abani nibi. Number ma abani nyano, abani shanu ye. In January this year, I'm paying my State of the Nation address. I'm paying kade almost 70% of tax revenue was to your public sector wages. But I mean on your way from January to date, taxes have gone up. In the finance minister Samba Ketch, I mean on your there. Still, Abani you spend 70%. I be an additional tax was
here. Taxes now are revenue advance went to more engineer. My honorable, inflation.
78%. Government must understand it there. On Yaza, Ghana Furuntum, Awuruntum, Amintum. Into the TUC Funa Warma, ultimately. Abani is being insensitive. On the Aban Pede yet the Sumna Am Robbers. Where then? Wofre police crample in your way and you know our says you prepared the Ghana Police Service. Winiba example me. What fix will be into police in Nankasa Afran a CID or there or move okay you man. That's no so prepared. Otria now all the soon. Or better than why in Ejuma. Into my war pen a warrior. 1 year but not problem no won't take in step by step. Materials if you can won't take. No one there infiltration of labor front, Wabagado issue statement, opportunistic, on call for populists. That is not the way to go. Then politics is getting in. Not the Omano or say.
When you want to say for me?
No, Master, when you say
also one such a same Ghana Federation of Labor for one was
Abra in my preambles na ikede politics also the ebimi kasarma for politics abem into also for politics
no me say NDC
no yeah it's all politics in American but at the end of the day no he's straight in there no or patch be there because Mr. Kumsin was on the government around 2008 or say maybe getting also 2 months to election.
A month to election.
A month to
on
election.
The textile,
and I can
on the state of textile industry in Ghana. And there was demonstration.
Yes. So
they have election. So there's the same person today. Utility
no, in a way, no, he was trying to say there. Opero kade, no, chede, and this food will pimp.
No, election 2008. Onarankasa was on Metro TV. There was demonstration on the state of the textile industry in Ghana. The Nenyin John, the Nkofudze fake textile seba amban na make there. There was demonstration. Into save the same person. Manka the NDC in the whooping pen. In there. Utility prices, tariffs are costed. Not use it for the baby aban yenim boko nkaka na ya. No source there. Giving that ultimatum is opportunistic, uncalled for, populist. That approaches. Then I asked the same question. That you were against the state of the textile industry in Ghana. There was demonstration. Into Obanana and the tariff, Adol Sumpo, Ghana Funina Wabre.
Yeah.
Going on demonstration.
Minta saying there. Why do you have to even bring in there? A month to election. No, a month to election. So if you say a month to election, you are implying politics. Yes, I mean, the politics now, a month to election. It need to be there in 2008, them no see. But you have to qualify it with a month to election. So in the PDK can be there because of them in the end or year in T, account to them will lose the election 2008. But who is Mr. Kumsin? He is in charge, in charge of textiles. So he was specific. So he was specific about his sector. He was specific about textiles. So it is so in Ghana Medical Association one go strike. But they are this is not diversion. This is not diversion.
Yara Kumsen, Yamaka Baba, Anapai, Multi TV, Adom TV, Badwam Jumedi so.
Oh, you were the room.
Mopocho, Nyambian, Obi show it to Ghana Federation of Labour for and Kofubita town. Now one was it used to force share and they were the bano. One task I 1 year Jumamo ye. Obi Tawa, come in when.
There, what's it? Obi there.
Well, a marking Chilma 2008 Numuhon. I want about to aban a sorry ma na ubefu the textiles industry. You may be a local when you're in Jeho Papa or Yaza or do the demonstrations that do nay on Saturday easy Jeffo. So what to a year electricity or how much to move a dear son watch a 3.1 on Tiasa and they were sorry I will for I say and can't use for a year who be a old and until that is a so papa. And I may be saying, and will be the piano one may you send a bear say, bet me, I do.
Okay. Oh, sir, I go. So you know, Oko, and I would say you start to baby Rana. After Yamama, no, you only go to war when one hour or the baby papa. You don't just because you are a trained military. BBC, well, yes. So, if he had monitored, one monitor, me ruler, me play all these years now, yes, I just support or follow this. Just, I mean, I remember calling to textiles, I cover, I go beyond textiles. The just textile is part of our federation, but we go beyond that. We are even into the mines, apart from the manufacturing industries and commercial, sector. We go. We have, membership in the mining companies. Now, what? I mean, say, PYC board no, I buy mbra wo ye ya ya o
masem no unya nia no me se obi tawa na obi na hye mochi a mo enei baby amo gina no mo pese mo twem ho fit you see say demonstration na say bibi o pese o mo ye no mo pese mo de mo ho be dom ana NDC na di mochi na ne mo de sai susu na ba.
Oh wow. Now me at my age level of responsibility and my experience, nobody, no party. I was a victim, and 1983, I was arrested and detained at the Gona Barracks. Over agitations that we were doing in Tamaye. I was at the forefront. But I don't have any party card, and no government can use me. I only make a video and there. Say who take it time? They would see it is nobody who is pushing me for what? What are they giving to me? Now let me.
Now to use for no maybe to use for no more.
What is?
More can to use for.
One
to use ko no more can ho muchembi.
You see, that is what I dare, Mama. I'm saying. Say, Mama, take your money, show ye, because media for sometimes.
Chimney, too.
One, TUC, Mramakwan, so, or represent organized labor. TUC was TUC under the Industrial Relations Act of 1965. That law gave the authority of representation of the labor movement to the Ghana TUC. This law was amended in 2003.
And Sakraya Bramlin, Afia Pemahankron, and
yes. The Membrano 1965 Industrial Relations Act, no, okay, Ejuma Fukuinano, when I umbra on the Ghana TUC. Ghana TUC is now Obaka, Mobibia, Amaho. The Membrano 2003 in a war amended, no, or passé. Labor Act 2003, Act 651. The Act, TUCD in the organized labor in a demo embrano or recognized. So from 2003 up to now, TUC has no mandate to speak for and on behalf of organized labor. Now, meanwhile, before the law came into effect, now TUC was representing almost several boards in committees in debate. Me feel the one here say you ever could be international, but they are still there. But what they have to do, they say, what the meetings now? Ma oye fatediano. Also, what brief the broader, workers forum no. Then we can advise. But you don't send somebody there to go and debate or argue or discuss, and he keeps, I don't know, we don't even know what transpired there. Now, let me come to, and before I go to what the explanation, organized labor, as at now, we even don't have it. We have not structured ourselves to have that organized labor.
Not just a TUC for Crown or Botomra.
Oh yeah, one year working required the in our court, challenging the authority and mandate of the TUC. Remember, see what how are you going to say? In this is here, according to TUC, one latest release is out by no. What's it? One who said, and here said, from 2010, no one said no. Say, PYC for no. So one increase a offender. Tariff now. 1 year, the whole system will collapse. That's as we know. We agree it's okay. It should be increased to a certain level, except that its implementation should be staggered over a period of time, either 3 years or something. No, 2010, one more implemented. 2011, one more implemented. And nobody raised any issue. The TUC that was directly involved in the discussions did not raise any issue. 2012, they didn't raise any issue. Then 2013, and the whole system, according to PYC, it collapsed. So they agree that no, we have, delayed, and so we have to, put this thing on their rates, something like that. And so what I'm saying is that TUC cannot say, no, Yahweh. They were aware, but they didn't inform some of us. We didn't know of it. We didn't know. And as I speak right now, look, the manufacturing industry are from about 90-something% of our membership are struggling. It's a distressed sector. They have very big problem. Even before the increases in Kwempono, they were laying off people. Some were threatening to relocate. And the way you're buying, it's a big problem that Listen, if you go to an exam to go and write exams, you don't just write anyhow. If you don't know how to answer examination questions, you go and write, and you fail. You repeat, you go 10 times, you fail. What I'm saying is that the approach is wrong. Because before you even embark on any such industrial action, demonstration or whatever, there is a need for discussions. Because any they will interview medical doctor for 100 people. Yes, in principle, they agree with the TUC. But they cannot be part of any industrial action because they have to engage their National Executive Council and discuss things and then take a decision. In the same way, we also in the industry, you have to meet our branch unions, meet our local unions, discuss how we are going to do it.
And maybe so, who say TUC for 10 days ultimatum, no? I say a demonstration.
Oh, maybe they said they have membership. They have membership. They have already sensitized them now. But we are yet to do that. And also, let me tell you something. We are still negotiating with government, or they are still negotiating with government.
Why am I negotiating? Why am I negotiating?
What's it?
Why am I negotiation? No,
TUC. They have been going and engaging government. So if you are negotiating, you don't issue trust. You negotiate in good faith. That's what the law says. So I'm saying that the threat, government, we only be very happy because let's say some society groups are on the street. Yes, I know government eventually may show some sympathy, may be sensitive and intervene. That will be okay for us because as I know, the industry will collapse. But the approach, the TUC approach, is where I have problem. Knowing very well that membership of organized labor is not restricted to the TUC members. That we have other industries that are already suffering. They are distressed.
Asama bisa papi eja Abraham Kumsin. When yano ninkisema okay nyinano. You could see that nankasa ne personal administrative problem he has with TUC in Penifo.
Nasa TUC for say bia kubi shawase na ekaya dem twanamo e dey
member. On what side nete you on nasam, and you could see that he's embittered. This is somebody who is embittered and he wants to pour cold water on the whole thing. Listen, asama aye kano onya about in Embrano in on chede TUC for crample they don't have the mandate. In your own let's look at the substance of it. Don't let us look at the TUC. But asama okeni now. And now face it be a question, sweetheart. It be a question about demonstration or 2008. When you wabakasa almost 7 minutes. When you need demonstration and because if I went there, as there TUC for work or demonstration, it's wrong. And the reason why I work on demonstration is on a tariff adjustment almost about
what demonstration no only one yard and they didn't check
said he went to the extent of even saying there the strategy. Look, union TUC in painful eja someone Alex Bonina in painful they even have more experience than he has. Oh yes, they've been there.
Lucky about.
What are you talking about?
I do attack one.
Master,
it's not right.
Master, he's not attacking anybody. and then send you a horse and walk.
I remember, Madame Homeless, Sambana, if he may walk home, it's me that. And they also are saying person, Medio, Maso, I see you. Papa, I know who in the labor front. Wait, check on me. Papa, Papa, upon dear more day now, Opa said, be to be to toss you to near beer. Bema will tell you, Juman so and check. Na minimum home population obuto so na fe enchana bibia na patrio na wo se a premature ejaculation o your bema o tadue sokora po se da nya adwuma papa bia sa se nsem bebre ntumi mpagya no ho 360 na atwa 180 ni nyina nya de papa bia oba se untumi mfafro ni ade lucky herbal for se wo mu wo hu aduro tatahwe o mbetimi bema de se o how ba o be na wo ya tofa wo si fa ntumi nya bema mu woni di papa ofie oba wanya no fire onye okamo enti bobodi atu anamana ko lucky herbal wo mo se wo mo ultra modern laboratory wo mo scan equipment ni ade nyina wo ho wo mo baabi a obetimi di uti atu o mema ne ma fam nyina da enkwada ade nyina wo ho baabi a beje wo ho me kakra nyina no ko lucky herbal for ho a ubenya saa bia bi na wotumi de ho atwere wo se wo betes ho a obetimi di asa pass yade koko yade no do ne betes ebetimi mema a utadua dan kwa ye papa no betimi aboa wo malaria dro nyina da wo mo ye bi ubafra wo mo 0243 201244 0243 201244 and 0247 582 0242 758 231 and 0242 238 wo mo so mo ogomwa nyanya no krom ana gomwa say gomwa ogwa krom ye wo winiba agona suedro ekwantimpo no so branch baako ewo enyanya no ene kasoa bomodi afra bebi ebe wo watu ho anamon ye gira we su na afa ya jinkrato kuma bi nsam no afa na ayede ahayese TUC for 10 days federation for so wo ntimo ho amse MP ya wo ha kire mu a TUC for kra federation for no wo kra locus no efiri he ase bibi na edi wo achi ono aba wakwina so kire na de ho so ohunu de MP pa kire ni nyina ye nsam egusu bobo ho ECG enyina mkane ekosoro nsuo de ye be ne de ye betua ana tafufo demonstration omo efrase no enu bi na yeso ye de ho badi mbie ye kwa ba na fe ye de enkomo na to aso. Happy birthday Sonko enkoma Hamida Abdallah Holy Family Hospital ye wo Techima Wefe Abdul Rashid Wahab ho ena wode ebre wo nti happy birthday fa nkoma wo yugo ya ete ebobo TUC for nsensem no enne nefuadu ya bia besen kodada nti enina mi ye benya sika ne yetue bia na se ye ne den aban ne sika sam no so kra kwa atwe kakra ya bebi obekwa kope sika dia so tumi ate so no so kra no ebe nsem de ja kakra ye be ne den honorable say honorable afinyo makin kan sem na opese o ka bebi fa ho yenkwe
the small pandemic chain makan of air but the army pandemic can there say your friend the parliament a minority caucus or way say or representative it was national executive council that's all meeting what do you do in terms of many friends you committee you call your own caucus and in then it has seminar to him say was smart was more be ikrom ikrobia so what's more be the uncle can send you baby oba there oba manze damina Mr. Kumsi or patche they say you were representative e were PUIC ho na senka wo tutu obopede because definitely it wasn't one meeting and what two adinimu they had series of meeting before they agreed on it. So why didn't they or the person representing the workers front and our labor front why they one report ama the general council there them na PUIC for what pede way meeting them na we see because when you share ama I inform colleagues about what is going on. That is what he's talking about. That is what maybe he is calling the double standard or the opportunism. Because at the end of the day, a committee never, you have to brief us. Into there, they could have even strategized before the announcement even come out.
Now, Mohabe wants to work on Hubiane. Say, or Casanos, no, Chede, into Odenko Frase 2010. No, but
that was TUC. Release in 2010. There more on two adinimu boom. Until from 2010, one star Ghana by 2013, 3 years down the line, and that they've been able to get to that they've gotten to where they are open the wood in a way to ho in a ambado into onu no question will be said there into ambado 2010 TUS one can share that one ambado they should have come out and say look master and 5 year embassies here obodu baby in a ama adino koso 2011 one can share any them no can that is what he said 2011 one can share 2012 one can share into 2013 no cumulatively no wa mama adin akosoro them. But at the end of the day, being a maker,
one was their politics.
No, you see, one of their politics.
NDC.
But their politics in 2010. What is politics?
Them time no vice president ma no say into no obaboom or Argentine go and kaka no went to one mother and day into no boom.
Into maker there. Into boom. Are we paying realistic? Are we paying realistic tariffs? That is the first thing. No, so if we are paying, we are. If we are paying realistic tariffs, as it stands now, I don't have any problem. But if we are being shortchanged, I have a problem. As I say, every electricity I'm used to fee, into be anti mom. Mommy tiamadi because me tabani fee, me timami fee. At the end of the day, I pay my electricity bill, I pay my water bill myself. As I say. I don't live in any government bungalow. I pay my utility. I prefer staying in my own house. Master, what may be, but me patch there, I will prefer. Look, I've been a deputy minister since 2010 late till date. I've lived in my house. I mean, I don't have any problems with it. I pay my own electricity bills and whatever. But what I'm trying to say in there, if we are paying realistic, let's compare. Let's do checks. I mean, we have internet now. You can even check around your this what share there say yetua electricity sen homo wo ben hena na yen share ina do todo ebien so Dr. Debian, yeah, I mean, the oil need the kind of losses are all about through from our service providers. There because equal countries the world like agreed losses, especially when it comes to power generation. The minimum is 21%. But Ghana right now was 27%. It's not too far from 21% though. But I believe we shouldn't be counted amongst the minimum. Like we don't have to be at the lowest listen. To the extent that we don't even get to the minimum 21 impo. As I say, that is what the electricity people should work on. As I say, people are doing illegal connections. The people doing illegal connections, they are Ghanaians. They are also changing us. That's why we won't talk about it. They have to go around and make sure we do. Yes, we have to make sure. See, right now, say the kind of meters be our ban. If you bypass something now, if they come to your meter, they will see.
Or a new prepaid, now for free.
Yes, because we don't know the point people used to. Like maybe I have one air conditioner in my house. As I say, Obi was 3, but he pays lesser than I do. As I say, until all they be someone with the 2 nothing.
Not to the connection,
they have to seriously before they even fix the your meter for you. Look, prepaid meter is the way out. Prepaid meter is the way the people can't. No, it's not a simple for 1G because if you are why there is a why rural electrification one more on street prepaid meter. They don't give them prepaid meter because their consumption vis-a-vis the consumption in the cities is, I mean, theirs is negligible. Almost modernity. Into sometimes you build those times and you rural electrification. I think I can. I see because I know or there show home in Korean so I cry if you crash in a day. At the end of the day, say the man. The order in there. Efficiency in the service is what I will crave for.
Samuel Lottery there by Facebook or say, good morning, and the NDC government cannot associate itself from the decision by PRC to increase utility tariffs. You can even see how they are defending it. Oh, Ghana, poor will always continue to suffer. The poor will always continue to suffer. Said Nyako, also Ediaba and pay Facebook. Also, greetings to your panelists, especially Honorable Kwanzaa. but they should sit up because 2016 Ghanaians would line up NDC achievement against MPP. We vote before we vote. It is real, very serious concerning Jaboso ECG. I have experienced this for almost 5 years now. I'll say I'm Matthias. Na also nana nyabutansa otu America do slow down now ya to aso anati say ebedi nkomo foforo e wo ho ya ye ba bedi ne say nei wo kire mu say inflation no September dey ba ye no ha mu chichemu du ba ko ekiri ponkron e na aba bonten so na o hwe August dey a ha mu chichemu edu ba ko na ekiri ponum na je say inflation no said ya na nka ban we hwe say single digit no betimi atena ho na aboa na aja wo matumi ama esika sam hihye ne ntutu yakọ anim no nya sa na ekọ no na na esika sam te say inflation no won susu obi e won na economy said ya akọ akoduro nti na ama inflation so e sheda ebuka vi e kwa no ana honorable afenyo mark ma mfem free so esan say wo na free committee finance committee esika sam tutu ye ne te say inflation no kire mo ebi wo wa no won ti ase ye ka inflation ya na da e pa na ye pa kire
offend nana ame anope mempede meze da statistics no zibe yeduma because the inflation in way back in March and ye sha ze ye kada the basket no ehu nzama na was do ebro no bodam tomatoes ejo eyi dem eyi na wo pick na wo hwe na wo ze kada o ebono dem na edu ana dem na akon inya mekada minjintum na MPP minority caucus yakada yanjintum osande to us no the figures no on add up reality on the ground nkrofu bra wo bre awunyim de emo 1 cup oye say 1 cedi akogum what's the oye 1 cedi 50 pesos ekoto ebro waso lo nkadam na akosoro wenyi tua dan zama ato ne bonusro no rokọ no enam ne bo na ade na so obi catch do why yi inflation basket no oye cement fish yam na we jepi efim okọ market also akọ salaga market wakọ kotokraba market no wie na oba eyi wo friend then makwala inti oye enough the way I was them 11%
in the inflation that I don't know
enjoy but me picture the 1 year ni figures are I'm minjin me them attack statistics now was about me picture in the reality on the ground no abrebono inflation the reality real inflation of prices over 20% impo that is my view and that is the view of remember that is the view of the many on the streets of Accra and elsewhere and that is your view as well except that they can take it because I want to say him 50 January be pemende and zamana bo mese mote card ya eto idi load credit card ya yedo to your course inim den kan to 5 cedis the number minute ozi adi your call and then the same 5 cedis inim mese man zamate enter mpobo a ye hye na aze yenyim bu mese ma akoso nti no obi ba no also inflation ya dam ami mese min jintum sesi ara ye bi se ya ho de
onye jealousy bi
oh well
say be a single digit na me all koso kekre no kwat da ba bia o kwalo wum da ma 19% na azin
single digit na obi ka single digit obi ka double digit that is numbers reality na awona erebre no enyim da erebre so last year admission fee no ye 400 Ghana cedi na say this year admission fee to university and any tertiary institution na so ye 1200 and 1500 accommodation for students what hostels last year ebi ono 400 Ghana cedi na say nde ebo do 1000 in Accra and in Winneba ebaka chem na say obi baka chem do inflation ya dam ame mental no onye jealousy or your reality how na obiara kom wo Ghana na yeka now ye bi say ya wonder why they abani complain na abani ye na mo ho achirimo
a single spine na wodi jehon no rubu
good
single spine na won what say
single spine
o ye twitwamen
mpocho mate
okunyipa
mpocho mate single spine and engine tum na I enforce I implement and e retu akaw kasa yer bi say de bosi a abo enfianan bosi a abani abon edi 1957 Kwame Nkrumah na bredo de bapim omampanyin kufuo time wo fie godo na da mo bosi a won nyina wo boen ntum infant to bosi a NDC aban enfianan pe. And now the World Bank enyim guase samo wo mni de nka na ye kan waso MPP fo bi na ken oh jealousy MPP fo na ye bobu say za ye djuma ye bobu say za ye djuma and the World Bank catch all there wo bosia na rebon anamuntu na rutun onkoye. And there are several examples I'm just there me bread the penyin MP out here some mezire tugwa maka onyem be ya adwen there oyaza onkoye osande rebo bosia ese bosia ne eziye mpuntudwuma na se mfa anye mpuntudwuma ana so de proye na katase shebi rekodo ema yenhudo definitely you can't blame it on single spine because single spine ya kan wasemi ima workers one akotua crossry eba some na to workers ima crossry na say mu petrol no ma say subsidies no wo ye yini nyinara ma muntua nti from January to date over 30%. Azina kakra.
Bi aka subsidy ni bi wo ho.
Oh, bi wa hi.
Aban si bi wo ho.
Oh nana awo aban no se. Man ka de bi wo ho. Awo ho na wose. Ho na wo communication expert na wo ye bibia communication fi de one year wese na assembly wa asem abotuma dako bakadama na echi odu bebi a wenu asem nyinara asa. Na echi wose sisi abibia edu kase bi oni ehwe. Omampanyin de doko ministers doko na wode brofui na wode chiche ho na obi wa hye da wa ye nanyi mobomobo na wa ye yi na Ghanaian na peace odu dako Ghana fo baka de ya brew since ya comes in echi kasa na ados doko na ya brew
loans nye de bia loans no dodo na wa di no hie nyama wazire ye na weda waka wasam so wode ye aduma atwabo gas pipeline wole ye ekwana hodo a wase gango 5 ya won waja to be ya wo wi a wasandi shawa ho be wode ye
nana nto wadwenu mama one example November 2012 Aban issue bonds 200 million for me kama obi frefo na ontumi me defend obey din on frempo sada 200 million what's what that tractors 15 million dollar Ghana cedi to date ya kan wasama NDC abana minim subtractors na ba e kan Ministry of Finance obi sada for obi from obi ankasa the 15 million over here
tractors ni ho
on by one, not a single one and I challenge them if them bonds now will issue now will release sika wasn't Sada what they were reported by Finance Committee of Parliament that they've invested 50 million in tractors. They are importing 15 tractors worth 50 million. So tractors now about one country. They also said the one afforestation 33 million. Over here, then injure to worsen the matter.
So what about them there? Maybe
what? Nana, this is a serious country. Then somebody will say, somebody will say that woman another 50 million. One fanke guinea fowl production. Now we are about catch guinea fowl production for the Mexican. There's a quite shares. It was on taba one project. Meanwhile, the Mexican has on taba what started the guinea fowl pilot project. It was Sumbruguno. Or the same Abani Sika and the Jeddah. And what did the Mexican man? If Abanze or Manisika is recommitted to partnership, evaluation, and I didn't go through. They didn't go to Parliament for approval. Yakadamasemi from January, October. Government has not even brought it to Parliament for ratification.
Parliament.
There, Abane, you want to show me picture that for no 20 Maslock from 2009 to 2011, total disbursements Abane 5 million. But in 2012 alone, government disburses almost 300 million Ghana cedi in 2012 alone. It be someone there. Who are the beneficiaries? Minya, asamna yere kano. And these are ban engine to me there. Proye na katasishe mismanagement, fiscal indiscipline be.
Ways.
But if you are so pretending,
it should be done.
Na azeno sebe. Onkoye. In there, it be blame on single spine. Loans na yejejeno. Ghana for in some of these international institutions are 1 year MPP for unless the abandoned baka and there World Bank for your MPP for unless the abandoned babaka there a Fitch rating institute one why MPP for but if abandoned baja to me there moro kodo bosi a worry bo na edwuma wankasa was beye a won fan ye na e hawa owo them selective payment na wo ye obi a edwuma 2 years won twa na ka ontumi ntwa ne senator penalty a hitting was no court wan gina wo ye ya wo jailing meanwhile no obi contract no onyen nso prepayment so sourcing it doesn't go through competitive bidding edwuma evidence wo situations are regional coordinators of NYEP in the Wayajida nwa watcho and these regional coordinators in where NDC for because of party into when you the appointment they wrote pass a resolution that paying minister edwuma no onkoye payment amoye no abanro bakaw almost 200 million Ghana cedi e kanen kan oye 2 billion OCDs munchem better services management better than nina ese
did sensitive abana to hana
America there abana to hana mo nehu ban say azene pro yiwe me pocho me ba azene pro yiwe na abana to hana mo ye dem bia na abana to hana mo no so e ba asam in the AC report ozikan obey also another committee in co review D-Day 29 August now a Supreme Court what the judgment to go the same day na report no so woliki na chada abane de ama na chada won kan wasem bio nda ye kase nhwehwema wo ye was attorney general onto anamoni bi attorney general botu dama na mon so chino sendo amino yo wo yanyim wasama make ni nyina anye de nya de obi ze ekan bi ana jealousy bi ana inyi abana afa sesi ara me constituency na no constituency me ye MP or ye MP statutory releases are do ba me ye di edwuma on bear no on affect MPP for pe or affect NDC for us affect PPP for the ordinary Ghanaian na owa ase won ono na orbre sesi ara obi blame ni one constituency there honorable acquaintance ontumi ye edwuma o blame am obi so wo me constituency blame there honorable Alex Mark obempo class onye na
no fiao
problem bia this is a one to man function and I don't blame them why you have one budget I have been an assemblyman I have been a presiding member before minimum how okodo and that Mijay baby the honor is not only NDC but from MPP time this is MCs or whatever one to man function sikana ranka so umbra no this assembly releasing common fund releasing na nze mebi o wa ato we tuaka
no
on budget ho ana wa ka there was supply o electricity poles me ka there some time ago electricity poles people go yanyim bebi a poles ye bi say dem poles ye say dem
nso wa ato
we wa tete we fim what's wa ato bibi we ato we fim into this is no sikan baba na wodi tuaka won ye dwuma aban ntina ye na street talk na adoso
honorable one year dodo one year dodo njuma nim da was wodi jawan wodi ahyew won to bonsia won kam ye hwe hon
ehu de tre musman pe fu waka de osi unyo ho a beka de osi biem so su ho a na ti de osi hunem most more kase de man na beka sa in 2004 2003 oh most more kase de man na beka sa 2007 but I think we should grow as a nation. We should grow beyond some pettiness, as I say, because say betna na I today I will yesterday economics or it doesn't jive there. If you say you are paying single spine now that you've increased petroleum, you've done this, and you are collecting, you've increased taxes. So why can you? Because at the end of the day, single spine and people are now getting on it. Until you know that it keeps on increasing. Until you can't just sit down there because what to taxes into 2 hours in what to minty or then cabin can be brave. No, then what do you? But someone there, Abra Wakaji, one children to the extent there. Wakaji, then you bond one thing to
there we go.
No, maybe so.
There we go.
Sure, tay. That time in a single spine in Bayo. But MPP would to discuss. I Busa Yakobo, NDC and Kobo Busa in Funtia, salaries. We pay salaries from our internal generated monies. Ska yaji, etua kofu tia. Ono na editor kofuka, but at least in a sisi yempo yen etua a single spine no. But MPP one time they want to a single spine. But okaji loan, Eurobond the we need to 60 million, 6 million no. What you salaries. Boss my identity. That tells you there that time no they were not able to handle the things well. We look from 2010. Obede there Ghana middle lower middle income how much budgetary support do we get from our donor partners? No, and the scan number. How? Yes, if you look, the percentage wise, those times 48, 50%.
So getting oil revenue.
No, maybe you are. That is where I'm building this thing to. You are getting oil revenue, yes.
Defending the defense. When was sweet talk?
Oh, which sweet talk? No, which sweet talk? This one is sweet talk. I didn't. In America, there, a higher train. It's early days yet. I say. Yebu, what the man has
no, but why is it?
Master, no, Ghanaians, how many years did you give to President Mahama?
In fair, Anan.
Busma, what I hear Yakumi.
Our tribute.
Aframpo wona nko nantewe nti wonya butere afraba na wona nka ba this time wona nantewe wonya butere
agrobo so fi anopa
eba agrobo so hwe agrobi so ho a o hya asinya but onu weyi no ye de dem na oti impefunu nsam no kakura na wode kuso wada abata ho senyima agrobi ho a o hya asinya but ne weyi ina agro na so ehun bi da
na zo hya asinya
no ina miss on say it na miss na twen odo ye udempo there or ye dem because
ebe ka
no doso master ebe ka no doso. Look, so what's the or maybe on to Mumbobusia Bioma? We have something we call debt to GDP ratio. When we say Ghana here debt to GDP ratio,
45%.
America what GDP to 109%. 109%. So that tells you that we are not broke. No, we as a nation we are not broke because they take your total asset vis-a-vis the loans that you have. If you are broke, nobody will even give you money again. As I say, I today make babusia. Now,
what's the parliament paper was it?
No, paper was it.
Parliament no MPC. No, the common fund
no, as my make a what not be that sometimes if they speak like that, you read nothing but pure politics and malice. Because no, seriously, because let me tell you one thing. Since you sign loan agreement of let's say them 3 billion in China can loan one was there yaji moye those are part of it. But if you go through the books, you realize that most of these even loans that we've signed, no, maybe in a scanning for one started disbursement, but it's on our books because it's something that we've signed for.
But scanning bay.
Yes, no, but World Bank scabe unless maybe their time they have a way of sharing those money. Then one more loan, World Bank, one more loan, another be maybe it's a bit discount. No, maybe they had a way of spending that money so when you want to will be look, most of these loans now you sign I didn't be said there I look, I was in a be a deputy minister or local government. There was this loan they collected way back in 2004 2005 for a project called ASIP, that is Accra Sanitation Improvement Project. As at the time 2010 in the scan disbursement on do 20% improve. Look, meanwhile this loan will stand in the books from 2005. But what happened? As at 5 years down the line in 2010, 2011, we are not even spending the not even spent the money. Diversion. No, Ika said Mankasa, boss. Oh, sorry. Ika said Mankasa, I gave you a carte blanche. So,
propaganda.
Propaganda. This is no propaganda. These are facts that you can. Carte blanche.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, say, or your inzama butum, you can easily go and cross check. These are no draft figures there or
what's the finance minister say can I want to know.
No, but master one wage baby work that which in you. No, one on the wage baby president like I say wage baby work that which in you. Also, we are facing challenging times, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, that be as what can I say? Also, our economy is strong. Look, if the thing is strong, you are telling. Yes, so so the challenges will come. Turbulence time will come. The Bible even tells us that. Turbulence time will come, but let's stand firm. And this is the look. You have to judge me after 4 years. That be if you are not doing that when you share, if you are gonna forget to abandon you. No, maybe so. Say if you are not doing. Master, man kada will come mumbu. I say, what's a good only year? You don't judge. Agunu only year because at the end of the day, if I tell you I'll build you 20 schools. Now 20 schools meaning them mandate here 4 years. And I said I'm going to build you 20 schools. So you judge me after the 4 years.
4 years not
Nebi there. Oh, uncle, Sisia, how do you evaluate job have done?
What's what the book about a green book be no be ma what can I say? What's what the for about I should be no also one what
on kan asema ye kan hu on your ministry of information they are doing their thing, but what I am trying to say here in there I don't pay make in there enyeme bi wo ho na se obi a watena be meda ehun se otitine nenwa ho na oreka ehun ayet there most of them fit the beginning no the osiwunyanko ho a eso osiduem the osiwu ho a na eti do si hu name nti make there maybe I'm sure 2007 2005 no na make say tire small or kasa
not the wo when you want kasa kede
nti make there nti at the end of the day
nti wa ejitum dem some can no anya no kware
no as one make it tell myself in 2008 it tell them make us baby as one na make it in na make there we have to grow there be share kukwem na rebon pay there inyamen say ama 2012 2016 one two abama and no because say maybe say obi there how e will committee do say what kasama you people don't bring all those things at the committee level, they don't even capture anything there. What if committee room pay in Akata radio station in a rebo what committee account mo okay we one rebo at the end of the day what are you trying? I mean it's pure malice. As I say it will be there. No, because seriously, you know they adwin kunema omano tumpo. Ama say odu baby na wo so eba and baby because na dina why you do baby that na also be there able to do. Na say keshe kukwem na inflation no inflation asema inflation asema baby odi ke fefe nti inflation asema pomin kan inflation na wo kan ehun de abra MPP be no every year by year no their prayers and their budget is all trying to achieve a single digit. If they are everything they are planning one pie boy into no you but other wo bon about one person wo bon bad there oh maybe I share ninti and this wo ben anche bia in the work single but you don't take it there or your cooked figure. I mean, how would you want on your cook figure? And yet the same statistical service in the way you do more. And yet the same basket in the way you use. And then the basket in now say to me, you may be to food. Abai. sometimes we have to be realistic.
Now let's all pray for the stars. This is no time for accusations, rather time to unite behind our stars. Go Black Stars, go. Joseph Owusu Elboasen Odifiba. I'll say Nana, good morning. President Mahama don't think about doesn't think about our country at all. How can each player get 42,000 Ghana cedis while teachers don't get chalk to teach? No, yeah, Samuel Joe, Edifi Obuase Debaye. Christian Salvo, Abakrampa, Central Region. So good morning, Nana. I wish Black Stars all the best of luck. They must go out to win. Sapo Kumankama, Nedia Odiabe, Ose Kofi. We need to hear from the CR Minister and the police MTTU. How could they impound the vehicle and some time detain the driver? We know in some Central Region, and some by no drink. Please invite Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua to explain why Nyamebetre Road still in bad state. We need not be seen. We need to see his action at all. Also, Mr. Kumsen is suffering in determining his stance. He is beating about the bush. Tekinta, Mr. Kumsen. Watch Ghana Federation of Labour, Papa and Nidin Kobo. So now, please, when are you bringing Alote Jacobs on the show? Miss him a lot. You're Alote Otaba. Or say hello, Nana, please. Talk about the poor sanitation we are facing. And greetings to Kwame Akwanedia or also Diabanaya. Why do you leave the interviewee to go when all the questions you asked were not answered? The NDC leadership has nothing better for the destination. Greetings to all your cherished viewers. Wefi Richard, Daboase, Asante Achim South. And what about, so that's my picture. Picture and the in my head. And somehow do I have a bad need to uncle, but ya chat to a ye didn't come ye record my mails and some more the other two just say as a whopper pen 110 and our bar Monte Becca sending you a stroke in the kuno na as a train crack and when somebody did jack a post office for the present mails and phoning the at home stamp Sonia dear na ye bar and Beatrice do na cushion or how and train come on nay what is answer na atuja. You are quite as president Abalukun.
Maybe I be a doctor. Hey, like I said, the brother Kakaba said the brother paying Wabakade it's natural cause. And see, I mean, if I couldn't we call, all we need to do is to eulogize him.
Yeah, still in tea and was papa.
No, no, master. Madam, we should let the dead bury the dead. Right now, I believe he's at peace with his maker. I don't think that I will spend any time talking about what killed him, whatever the brother said. The brother said, yeah, he rushed in saying it. That is it. Because at the end of the day, I always pray for his soul, for God to keep his soul in a perfect place. As I say, because had it not been him, some of us, we don't know where we'll be politically. As I say, me, it was a great loss. But, hey, Yamonda, non-de na waiting work away. I mean, I don't think I have enough to say about that.
No comment.
No comment. No asamalini. All I want to want Simbiala and somehow Waba na ne Kadma Mills actually ne Mudi ache in your baby.
State of the economy, no, I'm the brother. Enjoy crying, baby. You know, I want to say we no so or jahum no through good. Then sweet talk na make one some. You see
sweet talk.
Sweet talk. Tell you.
Me must not rap. Me sweet talker.
Asama I
sweet talker.
No say.
I'm not a sweet talker.
Okase wie no. The cameras na capture. Ojahom kase no osoro osa. Ma kasa. Me the propaganda atutum. Yere kan the Ghana hawa
propaganda.
Hawa nkrofu wom.
Na muti the word propaganda muta.
Hawa nkrofu wom. na so na 2009 na eyi na
nti so finance committee a wo parliament nti wo ye djuma
bisa won adeno what baba no ehun speed be ehun there what's the speed of light it jebios echi ehun what by figures e ya da shoma was time a minister why you busy shom yeah na nti be djuma na eba time na rinya na e go through line by line ibisa bi na memo example yeah share budget issues are you raising on them maslock on them sada to date responses are you here on bay when you even want to ask a sada CEO no questions are the eba for on the next woman na chairman or be defend the Madi it was lodged at the consolidated fund. I raised a critical issue that Ministry of Finance one reporter was being there as at the time them 200 million bond na we issue no 165 aba the we release ninya was amasada sada foso wa ben was all they be sika no 128 million pen na one saka the big question mark in there sika kan no wahi to date in there
obo maslog in the 2008 2008
there we go.
No recovery rate no I'm talking about the recovery rate of maslog now and the recovery rate of maslog bisa one more time 11%
go
11%
because what politics
what general secretaries say one party one what scan those times what scan because what the year politics instead saying APP nya inyebi nti what the man no so feel there ono so party no party
but this is rather what is propaganda right now this is rather what the NDC this is rather what the NDC activists are saying as to the reason why CEO no owo or master obande na woyi nezi because sikana odi bonanu kunubosi please odi sikana bonanu kunubosi why no
at least so the one say another one maybe that is the man what the man
one example master No, one example.
But you know.
No, one example. I have given you one example. The CEO of Maslow was using the money for Nukun.
One of them.
No. Oh, you don't have an example.
It was
no state of the economy. Someone said I can diversionary tactics.
I did not say that could
on one utility. Meanwhile. Almost 80%. There is corruption in government. You yourself, you have admitted. Busiana mo bona the World Bank. Corruption. And then you have corruption. Busiana mo bona. Yere kan wasam wo Ghana. Ghana Integrity Initiative kan wasam. Imani kan wasam. MPP folk kan wasam. Ye kan mo say wo opposition inter. Now World Bank we simping waka chamo de bosia na amorban mumfanye as a pepe bia ozi impunturba into monsham anamuntu yi World Bank for so why MPP for na mo bia divert
most of the divert most of them are commercial loans or your scar being your own faso Ghana gas scar what shame in Ghana gas in free services no be they will charge people will pay people will buy the gas and they will get money to repay if what is can come the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority now what the port expansion now people will pay at the port they pay for services at the port they will pay the forcible power what they pay here in this car near from botua a
car ama fisem atwa so make I say I'm scientific about hospital me say hospital wa so ya aba monte so na edwuma a wo moye no wom de abefu afidie na ye adwuma se de be ya wapom de betimi SPS ta ya de ahodo edokoro wo nyina da ya ehihyew no fre na wo ntena se na wa yare ama yetumi ato adaka de asie wo abra hospitals herbal hospitals ye buo ukwa hospital ye mo aduro mo de ekura de supplement ye betumi aboa wo ye mo apom de etumi asipi esita bomode na to anamo na kwa Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital Dr. Form ni omu ye adwuma kukudam ye omakwa ho tete ye fi kumase na ebetumi aye na inkran wo so omu odome Ghana Telecom close to Snake Flat ubisa St. John's wo metro ho sada na bachona wo say total filling station and also taxi station ho ometumi a kire ho takrade wo so omu apramodo left side o hwe bridge no ase a se wo ko takwakwan no so a bridge na se wo mo ho sada na nkokọ wo mo say wo mo ne former DC ni fie na eben papa kumase be ho mo atwuma tachiman onya faka afikejetia July na kwa obehun baby Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital wo 0275 254 0275 254 na 020 7229 505 020 make I will say name yes say o person wade abrantie bi a wasiso waye kama aye krado so obeware abayua bi odebeki na Yohani ya wo pa abeware se ne do ate ahwe obi dom dada love affair site we share raba bi a ne yire ekosiesie ne ho ma de tia wode akwaware no baby asalu no a de yire koye ni tine ho na ga bia betena ho a Yohana ni akwaje no ho so raba yi we ye ni tine wie na ware ne ba so anasa love affair site na raba ya de ne Yohana ye fini ne nsam eno ye nsam ene ye nua ba ma ba ko a wagidin yi ankle bo white wode aba mountain so ene run men run women cry men run women cry no Roverman production na wode aba bonti wo CCCB auditorium na beba so October ne de to so aduno ensia 26 October wo se nonum first show no frase nonum na afa mu wi a na wotwe wo mu de second show na frase wo se 40 Ghana cedis no ode na mom wato ticket ni bi pen na wo bi na wo ho a o mejo 30 Ghana cedis na wo pese oto de ententem so a 25th October ene no bebe wi yenti yentem ne won ticket no ba monte enche na asa na wakwajo de na watutu America wo se wo mo sponsor won Cool World Electrical Store and MTN and Roverman Report Monthly Magazine. Media partners Love FM, Multi TV, My Joy Online, Focus FM, and Graphics Showbiz. Tickets no benye bi Love FM, Poco Trading, Kumase, Abebio Express, Kingdom Bookshop, KNUST, Cool World Electrical Store, Adom, Silver Crest Supermarket, Adase Travel, Onono Osewo, Petro Afrique Filling Station, wo Bogobre. Obuase. Bomodiana Fred 0541 785 921 0541 785 921 and 0541 786 469. Netutu Emeka proper tickets ni bi na entumi emo. Meka o say lucky herbal for so say bomodiana ko maso e makanada say ne be ma o ye be ma no abomogba. Na eyi we adwuma nse da nse ni abanyini nam ho antumi ye adwuma pepe bia na wa ba yegu ma no kra ntumi fro bra
stress ni ka obi wa egboke
na ama de na ye ya stress na etete ma de adwuma ntumi ko sie ni na afa nche na isane ho sane ba ne ade a bomode etu anam akwa lucky heba na omu waduro tatafe betes papa bi ebetumi amu wasi piesita ene esetie ni na ugina ho na ubu adwuma ye mo apiafo ade echi a salad bi ne chichos watumi ade won se be ma ye adwuma no eno ho nkobo na ye de eguso ebre wo lucky heba for ese tutu anam na ebre omo ho be bia beda de enya ha oba be ma na asempo nkoda nyina da asoye wo ho a obetumi ada lucky heba for se malaria na edokro wo obetumi abo om number is 0243 201244 0243 201244 na 0242 758-231 and 0242-238-745. Ubehu omo ogomwa ogwakrom eya wo winiba agona soedro ekwantempo no so kaswa ebi wo nyanya no so ebi wo to ana mompa ne mo mapomden papa wo hwe no ebi entumemra ha ne yede nkomo no nyina sie fisem na yede to aso wo mo amene mo di nkomo nei mrantie mienu swaga generals no honorable Aquinas Kwansa wa deputy minister fisheries honorable Aquinas Teria Kwansa deputy minister fisheries and honorable Alex Afenyo Mark and MP Futu aka honorable confirm
na I wonder one nso ni nyewe na se abani 2011 when two went to what your prepayment
sorry so me dey na ya abrofo what na be sia kaba menua akosua kesafo akentimpo na betsa akonyanim na afi odi afisem dia don ti atna da fofra be sia wo bedwam dwumadi so akosua de afisem de bronko mo na de ti atna se ne tie nei afisem ya ye de bron mama adwa